Hi sisters, let's talk about nail prep. Okay, so it's really important that you do really good nail prep before you begin dipping. That way you don't have lifting prematurely before you're ready to remove your dip. So I'm starting off with some fresh clean nails here. You just wash your hands with some Dawn dish soap or any kind of dish soap that has like grease cutting power to try and get any of your natural oils off of your nail beds. Okay, and the next thing you want to do is get a cuticle pusher. Okay, I've got this one here that I'm using, and you're gonna want to just kind of gently, I like to scrape the top of my nail bed very gently just to get any loose skin, any dead skin off the top, any residual dip that may be on there from my removal. And as I do that, I'm going to go around my nail and push my cuticles as far back as I can. Okay. And I'll usually take this tapered end here and I'll go around my cuticle line to get the skin that I just scraped up off. Now sometimes when you get really close to your cuticles, it's hard to see, but there's actually a lot of skin that's on your nail bed, and you want to make sure you get off as much of that as you possibly can. I hope, I don't know if you can see that. It looks a little blurry. Let's see. But you want to try to get as close to your cuticle line and make sure that you are scraping off as much of the old dead skin as possible. So I'm just going to go around and scrape my nail here, make sure there's nothing on my nail bed, and then I'll just go around and get all that dead skin off. Okay. I did just take off a manicure that was on for about maybe 8 or 9 days, and I removed that with an acetone soak. I normally don't put dip directly on my nails, but since I've been wanting to do some videos, I wanted to show how to remove the dip, so I did put it directly on my nails. And so you just keep going. Make sure you're pushing back your cuticles on all your nails. Make sure you are getting rid of any dead skin. I usually do not cut my cuticles. I like to just push them back, and then I'll use a cuticle oil to soften my cuticles once I'm done with my manicures. Alright, so once you've pushed back all your cuticles, you can go around if you want with this cool little snipping tool. And let's see if I can get close. I have such bad eyesight. Try to get my lighting right here. If you happen to see any like hangnails or any hard calloused cuticles around the edges, just go ahead and get those off. You want a really smooth surface to work with when you start dipping. The smoother your natural bed is to start with, the better results you're going to have with how long your dip stays on and how smooth your dip looks. this point, you can buff and file your nails into shape. Grab a buffer really quick and a file. Okay. I personally do not buff my nails often because I don't want them to get super paper thin. Okay, my nails are pretty strong right now, even though they're short. They're not like thin where they're bending, and that's because I do not buff them. Okay, and if I do, I buff very, very, very lightly, like really just a couple little strokes across just to get it smooth, but do not over buff, okay? And then you can go ahead and shape your nails a little bit. Mine are so tiny right now. I don't need to do much shaping to it at all, if any. Just a little overgrown. So I'm going to get them into somewhat of a shape that I want. I usually like coffin nails. I don't like sharp edges. I don't like them to fan out, but just shape it however you like. So hard to shape little nibs. I will probably end up extending these with tea bags, tips. So stay tuned, and I'll be showing you my tea bag method to add just a little bit of length to your nails. And I'll be showing how to actually fix a broken nail with a tea bag too. That'll be on here shortly. If you're wondering, this little tool is from Liquid Layers. It's a lovely lady on Facebook. If you look up Liquid Layers, they 3D print these awesome finger helpers. I don't know what they're called, but they're so great to stabilize your finger as you're filing or dipping. Okay, that is not coming out the way that I want that shape. Oh, my little doggies crying here because she wants attention. Right. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll work on that off camera, but so once you've buffed and filed and pushed back your cuticles, then you're gonna wanna grab some sort of dehydrator. I just use these rubbing alcohol pads across the tops of my nails, and that gets rid of any oil that might still be sitting on top of my nail. I like to make sure I get around that cuticle really well. And it'll just dehydrate your nail bed, I believe, because that provides like a better bond between your dip liquid and your natural nail. Okay. And then that's it. So at this point, you are ready to start dipping. Thanks for watching.